Hello everyone, this is Soomin and welcome back to my channel. I know you guys want me to make English learning contents, but I don't know. I can't really come up with the ideas, and I do not think I speak perfect language or I speak good enough English to teach anybody else. But at some point, I am going to be making English learning contents. Before I do that, I thought it would be great if I make a video about my English learning journey. So if you guys are wondering what I did back in Canada, how I struggled with British English, keep on watching. First of all, I was really bad at English. I've never had great marks from English back in high school. Yeah, I couldn't speak English at all until 20. Back in school, I liked the idea of learning different language. Even though I didn't get a great mark, I was always interested in the subject, English. One of the main reasons why I decided to go to university is to go to study abroad. So I chose the university that has more opportunity to study abroad, and I knew at some point in my life I'm gonna try to learn English again. The Korean education system didn't really work for me. After one semester in university, I took a gap year, and when I had 3 to 4 months left before I go back to university, I suddenly decided to go to Canada. Mainly because I wanted to go outside of Korea by myself because I've never done that before. I flew to Vancouver, Canada. I wanted to experience a different thing only for a couple of months. But then after less than a month, I realized that I should stay here in Vancouver more longer. I took another gap year, so I ended up living in Vancouver for a little over a year, 13 months. But my English was really bad. On the way to Vancouver, on the plane, you have to fill up the card for the borderline. I lost my pen. I somehow had the eye contact with a flight attendant, and I couldn't even say, "Can I borrow your pen?" I couldn't even make one short sentence because my English was that bad. So I was using my body, showing what I need and saying pen. For the first 6 months, I went to language school and I took the test. There was beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and mine was B3. B1 for the people who don't know the alphabet. B2 is for the people who know the alphabets but don't know any vocabulary. And B3 is for the people who know the alphabets, know a little bit of vocabulary, but don't know how to form sentences. Yeah, it was me. But I was genuinely having fun in that school. I think I finished that school with... Yeah? Do you have a key? Thanks for the flowers. Yeah, I forgot where I was. Yeah, so I finished the language school with advanced, I think. The important thing is that during the 6 months, I never took listening, grammar, or writing classes. Because first of all, it never worked for me when I was in Korea. And then second of all, I felt like I could take this same classes back in Korea. So I just wanted to try something different, try something else. I took drama class where I was actually performing in front of people. We played 10 Things That I Hate About You. I was Mandela, the girl who loves Shakespeare. And then I took filmmaking class. We made a short film and I was that crazy roommate. Everyone wanted to kill me. Not in a real life, but in that film. I finally got killed in that film. And yoga class. I knew my English was really bad, but I genuinely had fun during the classes. and no one was judging me for my bad English. I was in that environment where I had to speak English every time and I wanted to make the best out of it. So even though I'm with Korean friends outside of the school, I still used English only because I came to Vancouver to learn English, not hanging out with Korean friends and speaking Korean with them. I could literally see myself speaking better English every day, every week. So it was really fun. After that 6 months, I wanted to speak more formal and better English. And someone told me that translation course is really, really intense, but it's going to be really helpful. And for 3 months, I had the most intensive course ever. It was very tough. I had exams every week. The amount of homework that I had every day was crazy. And if I don't do the homework, then I would be in trouble because I wouldn't be able to catch up the next day. I think my English got improved a lot after that translation course. And then before I go back to Korea, I wanted to try work environment. I found a business school there where I take 1.5 months business course. And then I have like unpaid internship program, which was great because I had to dress up like a business person. I had to speak like a business person. I literally had to call every company in Vancouver to ask if they have any unpaid internship program. And I finally got one from North Vancouver. So I worked there as a gallery assistant for like almost 2 months, I think. It was amazing. I got to prepare for all the exhibitions and parties. The end of the internship, I actually was able to curate and it was really, really fun. And the co-workers, they were amazing. They were so nice, very caring. Yeah, I had amazing experiences back in Vancouver, but I didn't realize that English would change my life until I come back to Korea. Because when I was in Vancouver, I was just busy learning English. But when I got back to Korea, I realized that I have more opportunities just because I'm able to speak different language. For example, internship or extra activities outside of university, even like part-time jobs. They always point the fact that I speak English out of my CV. So everything got so much easier just because I speak more than one language. That motivates me a lot. So I have decided to improve my English more. As I said earlier, my university back in Korea had more opportunities to go abroad to study. One of them is like 2+2 program where you study 2 years in Korea and 2 years in abroad and you get double degrees. So I had the most craziest years before coming to the UK. I was doing so many things at the same time. It was the most busiest time of my life. I started my blog and work as a part-time blogger. I was working as a PR manager of this non-profit organization. I used to give all the lectures of how to make the best out of social media. I was working as a student journalist in university. It was almost like a full-time job. I ended up being a chief editor. Every day was my deadlines and it was crazy busy. And then I had to be a good student at the same time because not everyone can go abroad. Yeah, plus I had my part-time job over the weekend. I don't even know how I did that at the same time. It was crazy busy, which kind of made me burn out when I first came to the UK. I struggled a lot. First, I came to the UK. I didn't realize British English would be that different. I struggled to understand all the professors in the lecture because they have thick British accent. But I wasn't motivated enough to go to university. So I had a really bad first year. I was just so confused. And at the same time, the racism stuff happened. So I had a really hard time when I first came to the UK. Good thing is that I lost all the interest to go to the lecture, but I had fun going to the parties and meeting new people. So I met great people who I still hang out with these days. And then I try to travel a lot. I've been to quite a lot of European countries for the last 2 years. If you wanna read my travel journals, go to my blog. There are so many posts. I was like, I'm here to learn English. I can't be depressed. So I decided to, go out and meet people, see things. One of the things that helped me to get used to British English is working at a cafe. I've been working at a cafe in the local market in Halifax. Most of them speak in quite thick accent. As I work there, as I talk to them, I got used to their accent. Now I understand British English better, I would say. It's really interesting to see all the comments saying, oh, you have British accent, you have American accent, because I, to be honest, don't know what English I'm speaking. First of all, I'm Korean, so I have Korean accent. I picked up my English when I was in Canada, so I have Canadian accent. And I talk to my British boyfriend every day, so I think I'm picking up his accent as well. But I've never tried to speak certain English. I've never tried to speak in American accent or British accent. Instead, I was just trying to observe people around me and learn something from them. I've never studied grammar with grammar books. I've never used any English learning applications to learn English. I think I was just try to fit in where I was and where I am. I think that's how I learn English. I am still learning English, and I do feel insecure about my English sometimes, but this is one of the reasons that motivates me to learn English more. So yeah, that is the background of my English. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and I will be back with another video next Thursday. Bye bye.